Day 33, channeling from Source. Open to receive and breathe, for you are a vessel. You are a container. You are a manifestation of Source in a physical form, and you are so much more than you think you are. And you've been given free will to think yourself into creation in myriad of ways. Every thought you have is a seed of potentiality. Who are you going to potentialize today? Think about how you woke up this morning. Think about the thoughts which passed through your mind as you were getting ready for this day. The emotions that filled you. What were they? Did you rise and shine? Or did you rise and whine? And again, we've repeated this so many times. There's no judgment. We do understand that living in a body is not an easy game until you reach a certain level of play. And this will be extremely triggering for some people because they will think, well, you just said you were not judging, and now you're saying that you've got to reach a certain level of play. From our perspective, that level of play is a state of being, which is in all of you, and anybody can reveal it. As Asoa explained in her beautiful story, everything is within you. It's just a question of accessing it. For this is why you have come here, to access these levels which have been hidden within you, just like a treasure hunt with so many cues, so many clues. And once you have done a certain level of inner work and integrated what we spoke about yesterday, these archetypes, these stages of evolution, these social masks, these roles you're playing. And once you've understood or understood that there's no truth in them apart from the fact that you had the power to create them, because everything is creation, whether you know it or not, until you get to that level of a certain expression of awareness with a certain level of conscious choices. You are driven by the unconscious and creating just as well, just as much. When you get that key, the choice, when you put yourself in the driver's seat, when you become the captain of your ship and you start bringing in joy, play, fullness of life, then you shift into a totally different paradigm. But we do realize that this takes a lot of trying, of experimenting, of doing things a certain way and doing things another way. For this is a game which is so, so real. Imagine playing a game, a new game. It will take you some time before you learn the rules and you feel confident and mature, or you understand it enough to then free yourself and be fully active in this game with much more freedom and ease. That's the level we're talking about. But obviously, this is a game where the ultimate illusion of game over is the end of your life. Therefore, this is the fear that is latent in all of you. And as you are born, brings the ultimate fear of death, which keeps you in that level of uncertainty and sometimes feeling unsafe in this world and afraid of so many things. That's part of the game. And that fear, as we said in pretty much every other channeling, is there to guide you, to facilitate your path. A lot of people call fear false experience appearing real. And that's a really good place to start. False experience appearing real. For nothing is real as such in your life, but everything appears real. And it is always appreciated, apprehended from your filters. So your filters are the lens through which you view everything. So we're inviting you to observe that filter and bringing some wonder questions whenever you feel some fear, rather than try to suppress it, repress it, rather than distract yourself, maybe with one of your favorite strategy, addiction. Try to stay with that fear. From that level of spaciousness we have spoken about, from the level of expanded awareness we have spoken about, and try to just sit in that fire of transformation with the fear, feeling it like yesterday we mentioned, feeling it from the hanged man perception, the new filter, observing it. This fear is showing me something about myself. What is this showing me? Where is it coming from? Is it associated with somebody from the past? Is it associated from an experience from the past? Is it mine? Does it belong to my ancestors? Does it belong to the collective unconscious? Is it true? Is it true now, in this now moment? Who would I be without this fear? Who would I choose to be, or what would I choose to do without this fear? Is this fear stopping me or preventing me from doing something? Is this fear serving me on some level that I'm not conscious of? If yes, what is it? Can I integrate this fear? And by integrating, we mean understanding what serves me, keeping the lesson, and letting go of what doesn't serve me. Can I forgive through this fear? Can I forgive anyone or anything through this sphere? Can I have more love and compassion to anybody or anything through this sphere? Is there a lot of this sphere around me in the world? Is it polluting my energy? Have I erroneously believed that it was mine? Has it been leading, driving the seat of my life experience, determining how I feel for a long time? Am I ready to say no more? Enough is enough. Who am I when I let go of this fear? Am I ready to welcome this liberated version of myself and honor and embrace the aspect that I've just revealed while feeling no threat whatsoever from who I used to be, and forgiving myself and loving myself even more? As you start doing this work, you reclaim your power, you realign to your truth. You understand that this life is a mirror and that you are role playing with different people, different situations, different circumstances. And you, as the main actor, the spectator, the director, and all of the roles, you choose what you want to keep as your truth and what is not yours anymore. You get to become the scriptwriter for the next scene. It's your power, your choice. But you cannot have the choice when you're not aware. If you think that something is green, 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 and you believe it 100% until somebody tells you, oh no, there are other colors possible, and suddenly it opens your mind to different options, some of which you didn't even know existed. And that's what fear or other negative emotions, so-called negative emotions, that's what a little bit of a crisis comes and does to you. It opens you up, because as you go through these questions and as you say yes or no to some of them, you let go of the old ways, the old paradigms. Therefore, you're open to something new. And the new is the unknown. And you take that leap of faith. Fear, false evidence appearing real. Make it your teacher. And as uncomfortable as it feels, have the openness, the resilience, the dare to sit with it, to be with it, to feel what it's telling you, to play with it. Because as you play with it, then the intensity has changed, shifted into something that indeed can bring you something. And some people on your planet are very good at this. They just will be qualified as slightly reckless by others, but they don't take failure, fear as something which is going to stop them. They actually welcome it because they understand There's no fear, there's no failure, there's no loss, just ways which do not necessarily bring you to where you want. But that's part of the game. They will all say that. So relax into what's fearful, relax into everything. Obviously, we're not saying go to a country where there is war and sit in the middle of a field, of a town, of a place where people are shooting at each other and bombs are being dropped. That's not what we mean. When we talk about fear, we talk about the inner fear of being in reaction to something which is happening, usually in the external world. And if it's something like war that you see on your TV, just go within and really deeply, with absolute authenticity, radical authenticity, feel if there's any aspects of you at war with another aspect in a broad sense. And most of you will see that, of course, within you. You sometimes go into that place of being at war with yourself, the opposite of peace, and everything is a process. When all of you as a collective unconscious have fully found that inner peace, do you think there will be wars on your planet? The answer is yours, and whatever it is, it's absolutely right for you. We love you beyond words, beyond worlds. Namaste.